What's going on, guys? It's Thursday and it's the time of the week again where I help you win another Forza Horizon 5 trial event. This week we have Santamental Feelings. It is a road racing event for retro sports cars, tuned to B spec. The car I decided to go with is the 1988 Mitsubishi Starion ESI-R. There was an identical car produced under a different nameplate by a different car manufacturer back in the day. It was called the Plymouth Conquest. It's the exact same car as this, just rebadged. I guess they had some kind of agreement to work together to create a very nice car, and they did a pretty good job of it. I've always loved this car in real life, and in the game, it's also a very fun car to drive. I made my own tune for it. I will show it on screen right now. It is called B700 Road Racing. I think this is a very balanced tune to attack this event. It's very, very, very good in the first race. If you know how to time your braking points and maneuver around a corner pretty easily, once you get the groove of this thing, it absolutely rips in race 1. Race 2, it definitely holds its own as well. You'll see in my footage, my team won handily, and I won both races, dominating with the Mitsubishi Starion. You're definitely going to want to hope you have good teammates in this event, because I had to do it a couple times where I started in the back and I had dud teammates that would just slam straight into a wall or run into each other, and it's not fun. Hopefully you get a good set of teammates, because this trial event is probably the easiest one we've had in quite some time. I really enjoyed this event. There's a plethora of different cars you can choose from. I just think the Starion is the way to go for me personally. You put a nice transmission on it. It actually has smooth shifts. It's not like most of the cars in the class, or even if you upgrade the transmission, it has that like awful shift delay where it's more like driving a manual in real life. It's just, it'll say like the car's acceleration is on par with the one with this kind of transmission, but in reality it shifts much slower, so the acceleration's probably not going to be quite comparable, even though the game kind of says it is. However, if you don't have the Starion or don't want to spend the 20,000 credits to buy it, a lot of people are going to use like the Mazda RX-7 Spirit R Type A. I think it's from 2002. A lot of people are going to use that. It should be a decent car. The 97 RX-7 is probably be another popular choice you might see. Other cars I personally like in this category, I guess, would be the Mitsubishi GTO, the 93 Nissan Skyline can be okay, and even the price car you get if you already have it, the Nismo GTR LM from 1995. That car is also probably going to be competitive if you convert it to all-wheel drive and put a good tune on it. This is the car I had the most experience with in this class. I worked pretty hard on this tune here for the last couple hours, trying to completely hone it into my personal driving style, and I think it translates pretty well into a very successful build. If you do use this car, things to be aware of: try not to brake too much when you have the wheel turns. It does have a tendency to kind of slide the rear end out. It will kind of start to oversteer a little bit. Same thing if you're off throttle braking, which is what I like to do a lot in some swooping corners. Try not to have the wheel completely cranked, because it can kind of start to, to do the same sort of thing. Kind of start, the rear end can kind of start to pop out a little bit. If that does happen, just get back on the gas. Just a little tap of the gas, and it'll kind of correct itself and straighten itself back out. Other than that, there's really nothing I really need to say about this tune. Once you learn where to brake and how to attack corners, you're definitely going to have a good time with this car. Even if you don't win both races, you're probably going to be in the top couple on your team, provided you're a decent driver. I do recommend, though, going in and practicing the first two races, at least the first two, because you're probably going to win in the first two unless your team just absolutely crushes you and like just lets you down. Or even if you want to do all three, go in, practice each race beforehand, run it a couple times, or even go to do a rival session on each track. Just kind of get used to the way the car handles, get used to how to make that car completely operate to its maximum efficiency for that particular course. That's what I always do. I always like to go through each race in single player a couple times, just try to kind of get used to everything. Do that and you're going to be absolutely fine with this car. If you win, you get, like I said, you get the aforementioned 1995 Nissan GTR LM, which is a pretty sweet car. It was really fun in Horizon 4 when you had the Horizon edition of it. Very fun car. Other than that, I don't have a whole lot more to say. Let me know down in the comments what car you did decide to go with, how your teammates were, and if you're excited for Christmas. If we got Christmas here in a couple days, it doesn't really feel like it to me. I'm in Indiana, and it's going to be like 70 on Christmas, which is kind of crazy. I think it was like that either last year or the year before. I remember it being relatively warm. But it doesn't really feel like Christmas to me. It doesn't really feel like winter most of the time anymore. It's just strange. Hopefully you guys do have a very Merry Christmas. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to follow me on this adventure of Horizon trial events videos. And I will actually have a new series starting here within the next few days. Keep an eye out for that. There's a link down to my Discord channel in the description. And the share code will also be in the description as well if you didn't catch it earlier in the video. But the Discord channel, feel free to hop in there. We help each other out. If we need certain seasonal events we need completed, we'll kind of hop on and try to help each other get those done. You can just talk Forza with the community, share tunes and that sort of thing. Hopefully you guys have a very Merry Christmas. Be safe, don't do anything stupid, and I will see you guys next week for another video.